Hey Instagram, it's me Christopher, Ace Yogi Murph here. I wanted to post, I do hope this will be a short video. I feel like every time I say that I almost jinx myself and it's not a short video, so I will make an attempt to make a short video. As some of you may or may not know, on the YouTube channel there was a video that premiered today at 10:30. It was my final project video, so to speak. And by that I just mean like the researching of American history, world history, finding kind of answers and truth, be it from speeches, documentaries, celebrities, artists, really just voices of any and all people, American, international, just, just trying to get an understanding or as complete of a picture, a nuanced picture as possible of the United States as a country. And in the process, what it ended up doing was helping me to uncover the truth of my own history, right? And I say that that's important because if we don't know where we came from a historical perspective, as well as from our own life, then we can't really know love. If we don't know truth, we don't know love. That's a line in the song, Where is the Love by Black Eyed Peas. That was like a really big motivating song for me early on post graduation from teacher training. It was kind of like the driving force behind the theme of the class that I wanted to put together. And so I'm coming on here today because I did make an announcement on my story that I wanted to continue posting on social media for a little bit longer, give it a shot. I did notice a few people that I think very highly of. I'm starting to kind of notice a shift, at least in the very little I've looked. I do actually have a little more time to look now. The big part of the project is done. The hard part of the project, I would argue, is done. The rest of it is more fun, community outreach. And so I wanted to take a couple of minutes, though, just to, one, make an announcement. I am going to do a series the week of April, leading up to the Hike for Hope on April 5th. So from April 1st to April 5th, I'm going to post a series of videos on the YouTube channel and on my Instagram, 56 Hope Road Project. And basically it's going to be me kind of giving, I'll try to be a little more organized with it so it's not as long and drawn out. I don't like to edit or cut. I just like to be just all the way through one shot. It just feels more authentic to me that way. That's just my personal opinion, but I also understand that it's hard for people to watch 20-minute videos, 45, I get that. That was actually one of the big inspirations for me was, trying to see, is these. So a lot of churches, this is a church here, Westover Hills in San Antonio. It's actually pretty close to where I work, over at Wells Fargo. So there's like, the way that they do it is like breaking up teachings of the Bible into very small booklets, and just to make it more digestible, or just to kind of pique people's interest, right? Because you can't expect people to have an hour a day to read, or have hours or days, months to study. That's just not accessible for everybody. So in order to be inclusive, you have to account for people's time, for people's backgrounds, and try to find and make it a way that's digestible and easy for everyone, because that's really what, if you talk about diversity and inclusion, that's really what it's, I think, about. And that to me shows an effort that's an effort. And so that is inspirational to me. And so because of that, I will be doing a series leading up to the Hike for Hope on April 5th. I will talk a little bit about my own personal life in these stories, but a lot of it's just going to be showing you from different movies, TV, from my own growing up, from my own childhood and adulthood, that have kind of really shaped me and the way that I feel, the way in which I view the world, the things that I've learned. There's also a lot of psychology and self-help. I've been kind of in the driver's seat, so to speak, with my own mental health journey, and I want to teach or give not advice, but offer some of the tools and things that I've learned, and offer it to you, either if you're a yoga teacher watching this, if you're a member in the community watching this, an organizer, advocate. It's for everybody. Of course, once I move to the new place, I'll be in District 5, and my focus will be on the residents there, mostly young adults and youth. I'm really hoping to organize some events there with District 5 current council member is Terry Castillo. I know her from DSA, and I hope to get involved with DSA as well with their political education and community events. But again, all of this is really just grounded until I can get out there. But I figure that, you know, the universe, there's a reason for that. And I think the reason for that is I still have a little bit of work here to do. And I want to do that here on the YouTube channel as well as on the Instagram, 56 Hope Road Project. As I mentioned, this is my application, so to speak, for Greenpeace. I'm hoping to get accepted to that part-time job and work in Finland. For me, really the most delicate way to say this is just I haven't given up on America. I just need a break, or I just need to see significant changes before I would feel comfortable coming back here and trying it, because I can only speak for myself, but I'm tired of surviving. I want to live somewhere where I can thrive economically, and I can have good health insurance and be part a country with a good education system. And Finland just has all of those things in place already, and I feel like there's so much I could learn. And then just from a health perspective, I feel like living in this country, again, this is just my perspective, is taking a huge toll on my mental health. Case in point was today. I actually woke up feeling extremely fatigued, adrenal fatigue again, due to stress. And I don't know, could have been the flashback I had yesterday. It could have been posting again on social media and seeing, you know, seeing the heart and the soul of other people in the community, which was really uplifting. But then obviously what comes with that is like suspicion, not suspicion, but just worry. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up or hope and then be disappointed. But again, that's just fear, and that's just protection. Those are just parts of me that are looking out for my best interest, looking out for the little one in me, the goofball of me that honestly, I kid you not when I say this, I had no idea that even existed in me. I had no idea that was who I was from the ages of birth, of being an infant up until age 3. I had no idea. My mom would tell me that my grandfather would always call me ornery. Stubborn, you know, so I always knew that. And I just wanted to show you a real quick picture. So there's two, when I say grandfather, I'm referring to two individuals here. This one is my grandfather on my mother's side. So actually, he's not her biological father. He is her uncle, because she was actually left on the doorstep of her aunt and her husband. And his name was Daryl. He was he worked at the limestone plant here in San Antonio. He was a manager, and he was what you might call a Trump voter. He was a poor redneck from Arkansas. He came over here and, you know, tried to make a better life for himself. He married my grandmother. I'm very unorganized with these photos. But, yeah, so I don't want to spend too much time on that. Oh, one photo I did want to show you is, if this doesn't indicate that I'm ready for, I was born to do foreign affairs. That's right there as a baby. There's a world map behind me. My dad's holding me. This was my dad. He was quite the goofball too. And I think everyone and anyone in my family would attest to that as well. So this project, This Is I, is what I'm going to call the video series coming up. I want to really illuminate my life and some of the knowledge that I've gotten from the arts, and some things like that you might think, you know, maybe you're not so open to, like Gone with the Wind. You know, that's, you know, some people might feel a certain way about that, but just understand that movie came out in 1930. It was iconic for its time. It was inspirational in terms of as a film, in terms of fashion, in terms of a lot of different things. Critically acclaimed. It's one of the best movies to have ever been written. Now, obviously, we would never want a society like that now in America, but to deny or cancel or refuse to, and again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. This is just an offering, always. To tell someone what to do is really not, or to watch or not watch, or to try to cancel the film because of the time period it captured back then. Just to me doesn't feel like that's really an open mind and an open heart. But again, that's just my opinion, and we'll always differ. We're not always going to feel the same on things. We're not always going to see eye to eye, and that's okay. I also want to acknowledge that I did receive a lot of love and support from the yoga community. I wanted just to kind of also bring that up. I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm going to try to wrap it up here in a minute. But just a few examples. I had these tiny stones that Brandy gifted me, and she didn't know it at the time, and I didn't know it at the time, but this actually was the day when I left her class and went home. This was actually the day that I was detained by police. So the brief story there is there were 3 Hispanic women. In the video, you only see 2 because there were about 4 or 5 police that escorted the 3rd lady. She was an older Hispanic lady into the store. This was at a DD's discount over on Claiborne 1604. There's an H-E-B in what used to be Party City. It's still there, but nobody's actually in there. And Hobby Lobby. So you'll see that in the video if you've seen it. It's on my 56 Hope Road Project account. It's only visible to those that are close friends or that were close friends at the time that I posted it. I haven't really updated or changed the list since then, just because again, that's not really a big priority for me. But I just wanted to mention that because there have been very supportive yoga teachers, Brandy being one of them. I don't want to name others just because I don't know whether me mentioning people would actually be harming them in terms of their livelihood or their reputation. So that's why, at least for now, I hesitate to mention any names. But I also received a note, and I just wanted to read this note real quick again, because I just want to bring nuance and understanding that when I talk about certain things, it doesn't always refer to everyone. If it has you feeling a certain way, then I would offer to kind of look inward and ask, what is this experience trying to teach me? If anything, sometimes there's nothing to learn. Sometimes you just have different preferences, and that's okay. We don't have to like the same things. We don't have to consume the same things. It's totally fine. This is just an offering for anyone that's interested, and, take what you need, leave the rest, or, that's what they talk about in meetings, 12-step programs, and then that's all that this is for me. I want to serve my community in District 5, the community where I spend a large portion of my time. Now, when I was a kid, I wasn't in the poorer parts of town, and that was by design by my parents. They didn't want me to be in that environment, so I did not spend a large majority in that environment. However, in my adulthood, when I went to college, I lived in apartments on the east side of San Antonio, and that felt very familiar. It felt like San Antonio, the east side of Austin during college, and that felt like home to me. It felt like San Antonio, and actually it made me feel at home. And, friends that I made were Hispanic, and they were from the Valley and in the southern parts of Texas, and that helped me feel at home. And I'm glad that I had those friends and those experiences and community. So just, trying to just bring perspective again. It's an offering, and I hope that you'll consider looking into that, or at least being willing to reflect, or being able to question or challenge beliefs, or hear a different perspective. It's just my perspective, just my take. Doesn't mean that I'm right. It's just what I feel. And again, it's just an offering, just as any yoga teacher. So I'm just going to read a quick part. This was a note that a teacher left to me. Again, I won't name names because I don't want any sort of backlash or retaliation. If I don't know how certain people feel at this point, I just wouldn't want to put anyone in a bad position here. So just going to read this really quick, and then this will conclude today's video. But be on the lookout on the channel, and I'll have some announcements posted on Instagram, on this Instagram, HYogiMurph, regarding those videos. There's also a link and a QR code for the channel if you haven't already followed or subscribed. Of course, you don't have to, but the links are there. So once I start making these announcements, you can click on the link or scan the QR code to get to the channel or get to the videos if you're interested in that, of course. And so we'll end here with the note. It says, "You deserve all the love you show to others. The world would feel so empty without you. Chris, I am honored to witness your dedicated heart. You effortlessly give to the community around you. My deepest wishes for you is that you show that same love, patience, and care to yourself. You are never alone. I'm so thankful to call you a friend. I love you." And so, again, I won't name any names as to who that was from or when I received that, but I will just simply say that I did let that individual know that that I read that at a very difficult time in my life. It was at a time when I did not know how the yoga community felt, and that I did feel like no one was on board and no one was accepting of what I was trying to say, the message that I was trying to portray. And that really helped me. And it really helped me at a very difficult, dark, low point in my healing journey with all of this during this project. Like I said, it kept me up many, many nights, many sleepless nights, many nights where I woke up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and even up until even today, even the day of yesterday, I couldn't sleep. I stayed up all night, and that's how, you know, I got to the truth, the satya of my history, of me, of I. And so I'll go ahead and wrap it here, but we'll be offering that here again, April 1st to 5th, leading up to the Hike for Hope. I'll be posting some videos on the YouTube channel and on the Instagram, 56 Hope Road Project. I hope you'll consider checking it out. And if you're free in the community in town, would love to see you at the Hike for Hope on Saturday, April 5th. Registration is at 8. The event is from 8:30 to 10:30, and this is at Government Canyon State Park. And this is hosted by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's a nonprofit very near and dear to my heart. And the program coordinator, Julia Hewitt, is a person that I know from Wells Fargo, a great leader, great human. And I look forward to meeting her, handing her my business card, and having a small conversation if there's time, you know, because she's going to be busy doing stuff. So if anything, just to say hello, hand me a business card, and maybe set up a meeting for a later time. But would love to see any and all of you that are out there in the community. Would love to see y'all, or just to say hi, or anything else. So yeah, that'll be it. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. Have a Sunday fun day, or a fun day Sunday. And I'll talk to you soon.